How do nerve cells conduct signals? Unlike wires conducting electricity with moving electrons, electrical signals in cells are conducted with ions. Ions are atoms or molecules that are charged because the number of negatively charged electrons they have is not equal to the number of positively charged protons. An ion with more protons than electrons is positively charged, and it's negatively charged if it has fewer protons than electrons. It's potassium and sodium positive ions that play the key role in conducting electrical signals. There are a lot of other ions in and outside the cell, though they almost do not participate in conducting the signals in cells. The number of potassium ions in the cell is greater than the one outside, opposite to sodium ions, which number is greater outside the cell. It can be achieved by the fact that the structure of the cell membrane is resistant to ions, and there are also special pumps in the membrane driving sodium ions out of the cell into intercellular space and potassium ions in reverse direction. For every 3 ions of sodium pumped out of the cell, there are 2 ions of potassium pumped inside, so there are more positive ions outside the cell than the inside. That results in the greater number of positive particles outside the cell than inside, and this difference is called the membrane potential. The value of the potential activates or inactivates different membrane channels, allowing different ions to pass through the membrane. There are 3 stages of inflammation in nerve cell. First, the cell membrane with normal potential is resistant to all ions, but if something perturbs its potential significantly in some area of membrane, then starts the second stage. Sodium channels open in that area, and sodium ions go inside the cell, reducing the potential. Once the membrane potential reaches a certain value, sodium channels close, and here starts the third stage. This value of potential results in potassium channels opening, so potassium ions going outside restore the potential to its normal value. The environment inside and outside the cell is liquid, so the change of the potential spreads around and causes changes of the potential in nearby areas of the membrane, and that launches sodium channels opening in these areas. This cascade of the membrane potential changing goes on, and it runs over the cell surface like a wave. This wave is a signal that cells conduct. In spite of its complexity, this process can be spread in nerve cells with speed of 120 km per hour or 80 miles per hour. That allows us to control our body pretty well. Thanks for watching, and special thanks to Daniel Burdichin.